Hello and welcome. This is the Crouching Aussie, and today we're going to play some Starcraft 2 Odyssey. Odyssey is a custom campaign for Starcraft 2, and is probably one of the best ones out there at the moment. So, it's developed by a person by the name of Cooper Hawks, or at least that's his name that shows up on the Starcraft 2 launcher. Before we get into the first level, we're just going to read the history of the Cardaean quadrant where this campaign takes place. Departing from Earth, thousands of Terrans constituted the Second Exodus, about 10 years after the exile of the Dissidents, who would come to crash land on the Corpuru sector. The members of the Second Exodus eventually arrived at the Cardaean quadrant, where they started expanding and thriving, colonizing the Earth-like planet of Parseia and declaring it the capital world. The quadrant became theirs. Over the decades, the backwater planets and moons became increasingly aggravated with the burdening taxations employed by the commerce guilds of Parseia. Unable to sustain those taxations, the colonists abandoned the Parseian collective and settled on remote and poor systems where Parseia had no interests. There they took the name Exodian clans. The Parseian government, shaken by the sudden loss of manpower on the outlying planets, deployed a massive funding into the research divisions. Such allowed for the creation of a new artificial intelligence capable of self-learning, far more advanced than the average adjutant, built into man-like androids, later called synthetics. The outlying planets were populated with them to serve as Parseia's workforce, as their artificial minds were evolved upon the passing generations. Eventually, the Series 3 began showing signs of free will, being capable of choosing to ignore orders given by humans. The Parseian collective, afraid of a possible synthetic rebellion, amassed all of its military power under the control of 7 of the highest ranking admirals and generals, unofficially named the Steel Council. Right, so they essentially built the Geth Mass Effect. The amassed power of the Parseian military became known as the Federation of Warfare, a force to be reckoned with. To their surprise, the synthetics did not wish ill upon humanity, and instead chose to leave Parseian-controlled space, much like the Exodian clans had done decades before. They were never heard from again. Fearing that they would one day change their minds, or the possibility of an invasion by the Exodian clans, Parseia kept expanding the Federation of Warfare, and forbade the research into artificial intelligence, and even the use of adjutants. For those of you unfamiliar with StarCraft, adjutants are the little robot advisors that the Terrans have. As the decades went by, Parseia outgrew itself in power and economy, but also in greed. The unforgivable event, later named the Powering Strife, led the Federation of Warfare into detaching itself from Parseia and declaring independence under the command of Admiral Cassius Rourke, who took the mantle of Grand Marshal, head of the Steel Council, and supreme command of the Federation. The Parseian collective, aware of the threat the Federation posed, began sinking its economy into buying the loyalty of some of the Federation's divisions and commanders, and even hiring mercenary armies from the Exodian clans. The two forces clashed, and the powering wars lasted for 5 years, ending with the troubled invasion but inevitable fall of Parseia. At the post-war peace treaty of 2490, it was determined that the surviving Parseians would be restricted to their crumbled planet, in agreement that the Federation could never again set foot there. As the Federation of Warfare became the unchallenged power in the Cardaean quadrant, 10 years of peace flourished. That seems like such a poor deal for Parseia. It's like, oh, your planet's crippled and we're going to quarantine you there, and we promise not to set foot on your crumbling, useless planet. It's like, oh, what's the Federation really giving up there? Nothing. So that's what. On the 23rd of March, 2500, the miners of the planet Duros 3 began a rebellion against the Federation of Warfare for the deployable conditions that they were set to work on. Now, less than 48 hours later, the peacekeeping battlecruisers Heimdall and Pegasus arrive at the planet with orders to restore control. And unsurprisingly, the Federation of Warfare becomes just as bad as the Barzans. Let us begin with Hell's Rejects. Start. Come on, loading screen. Act 1, Mission 1, Hell's Rejects. It is currently the year 2500. For the Terrans of the Cardaean Quadrant, the descendants of the thousands who left old Earth on the second Exodus almost 3 centuries ago. Peace has flourished as 10 years have gone by since the Powering Wars ended. At its culmination, the Federation of Warfare achieved superiority over the Parsean tyranny, taking hold of the outlying mining planets and seizing the resources of the known Terran space in the quadrant. Recently, workers on the mining operations of the planet Duros 3 have begun uprisings against the underpaid conditions that Federation Command has bestowed upon them. Conflicts erupt all across the planet against Federation forces, mainly in Barksville, a small town where the rebellion is believed to have started. To answer this threat, the Federation has ordered the battlecruisers Heimdall and Pegasus to intervene and prevent the rebellion from escalating. The Heimdall's Marine Guard forces, codenamed Hell's Rejects, under the command of Captain Jared Harsh, have been sent down to the planet's surface to rendezvous with Tyrion Striker, captain of the Soulless Ravens. When Captain Harsh prompts it, using cover spots will reduce the damage taken by your units and slightly increase their attack range. Use them, keeping the tips active and reading them provides valuable information on the missions, including mechanics and strategies. We're going to do it on hard. I have noticed that recording of any variety, and I think this applies to anyone if they're recording, their skill level drops at least a few percentiles. Act 1, Requiem for Duros 3. There's no voice acting, so I'll do my best to voice all the characters. Hell's Rejects, Sparksville Mining Complex A12, Planet Duros 3, Drag-Off System. It's 1:43 in the afternoon. Welcome to Duros 3, people. Keep your eyes open, stay attacked. Command says these rebels don't have access to heavy weaponry. Easy on the triggers. Don't forget, we still have civvies here. Most of the planet's personnel is getting out of Dodge. Nothing like a Federation incursion to empty a planet. Let their ships be. Our flyboys will deal with them. We have our own deal. Let's find where the hell Striker's landing. Move out. Ooh, but info dump time. So Duros 3 is the third planet of the Drag-Off system, 16th mining planet under the Federation's control, having been colonized 7 years ago. Most of the planet's surface remains untouched, but lots of mining sites and industrial areas. Barksville, Nothing more than a small town with residences and a pub. Location of the first aggression against Federation soldiers was recorded. Commanders deemed it ground zero for the rebellion, and the landing bay close to its north makes it important to secure. New unit, Captain Harsh. Jared Harsh stands as the captain of the Hell's Rejects, assigned to the battlecruiser Heimdall as its marine ground forces. Born on the second colony of Valdeme to a couple of terraforming engineers, they moved to the prospect planet AT-103 at his younger age. Becoming an orphan soon after, during the Powering Strife, he later joined the Federation to fight the Parsean Collective. Having received several medals of valor, he has refused numerous promotions to remain a captain and fight alongside his friend Tyrion Striker. Marine Ground Forces Hell's Rejects. The Marine Ground Forces comprise the infantry battalions and armoured divisions aboard a battlecruiser to conduct incursions on the planet's surface. The Hell's Rejects were amassed 2 years after the end of the Powering Wars to serve the battlecruiser Heimdall under the leadership of Captain Jared Harsh. Okay.
Sell me. Time to man up.
Oh, getting
Raiders
some
roll.
major
What's the
frame
You can
droppage
count
here.
on me. What's up?
Let's just drop the settings a little bit. It might be the recording software causing some minor issues. Drop it down to Ultra.
Break it down. Sounds like a plan.
Much better.
Raiders roll. Time to man up. You can count
On
on
the
me.
Rain of Voice lands.
Sounds like
It's
a
way
plan.
too quiet in here.
Raiders roll.
Ambush. Take them down, boys.
Time to man up.
They're using combat
You can count
suits.
on me.
Score 0 for Intel.
Sounds like a
Intel
plan.
never seems to be right in these sorts of games.
Raiders roll.
Seems like the grunts who were stationed here put up a fight. Still getting some lag. Let's just drop it. One
Time
more.
to man up. You can count on me. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. Raiders roll.
I feel like it's those transports flying overhead every time
Sounds like
they
a plan.
pass by. I get a massive lag spike
Time to
and
man
drop
up.
frames.
You can count on me.
Well, well, the beast of Statborough has come to serve the glorious Federation. What damn glory! These bastards deserve having to deal with this crap. Treating miners like slaves isn't right. I hear you, brother, but these rebels are piling up bodies. That's how a revolution normally works, Jared. We'll deal with it, don't you worry. Surveillance from the Pegasus shows their likely operation center is somewhere to the north. Not exactly sure what voice I'm doing there. Let's try dropping the graphics a little more. The movie's on high, but
Sell me.
oh, more info dump time. Sol's Ravens, led by the beast of Statborough himself, the Sol's Ravens are known to be a fearsome bunch. While under Captain Tyrion Striker, they've served the battle cruiser Pegasus for 10 years. Captain Tyrion Striker is the captain of the Soulless Ravens, assigned to the battlecruiser Pegasus. Having been born on Clondry, he moved with his family to the uncolonised planet AT-103 at a young age, becoming a childhood friend of Jared Harsh on that planet. Tyrion also lost his family during the Powering Strife, including his 2 younger sisters. Holding an enormous hatred for the Parseans, he became known as the Beast of Statborough for his actions in the invasion of the capital world of Parseia.
You can count on me.
Okay, let's move.
Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. You can count on me.
Objectives this
Time
way,
to
yep.
man up.
Oh, the sneaky bastards blew up the bridge. We'll have to find another way around.
Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. You can count on me. Raiders roll. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. You can count on me.
Oh, the Federation base. What's left of it. Still has power though. Hard to believe the miners of Barksville did this. They must have had help. Who are you thinking of? Not sure. Maybe some anti-Federation groups. These bodies don't account for all the Marines though. Some were definitely taken prisoner.
Time to man up.
Okay,
sounds like a plan.
Move through this wreck
You
of a
can
base.
count on me. Time to man up. Raiders roll.
Jeez, the frame drops. Rebel forces incoming.
Sounds
Get
like a
behind the
plan.
rocks. Take some cover.
Talk to me.
Now this is a mechanic the modder custom built, I think, for this campaign. Cover SWATs. Particular units from range attacks. While behind cover units take less damage, show slightly increased attack range. This benefit is signalled by a blue glow. So yeah, you can see these Marines
What's up?
not taking a lot of damage,
Sell me.
but they took out a
Break it
Goliath.
You can count
They have
on
armoured
me.
support. What the hell have we been sent
Raiders
into?
roll.
Oh yeah, because the intel was like, oh, if it's probably just a few people,
Sounds like a plan.
nothing to really worry about.
Raiders roll. Time to man up.
Rescue has arrived, kids. Identify yourself.
Your Cyphers arrives, Captain. We're the 56th Marine Division. Occupation detail. We were stationed here when the first attacks began.
Alright then, we're busting you out. You're under my orders until we get this mess cleared. Grab your gear. Oh yeah,
Count
3
on
extra
me.
Marines.
What's the plan? Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. What's up? You can count on me. Sounds like a plan.
Been waiting.
Talk to me. What's up?
Why is the cover triggering?
Break it down.
Oh,
Raiders roll. Time to man up. You can count on me.
get behind more
Sell me.
rocks.
Talk to me.
Let them come in.
Want some? You gonna bark all day? I didn't hear no magic word.
What's the plan?
I'm a bad man.
What's up?
That squad in to clean
Sounds
up.
like a plan. You can count on me.
Rebels compound, push forward.
Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll.
Why weren't they attacking there?
You can count on me. Raiders roll.
Maybe
Time
we
to
can
man
poke
up.
this Marines away from the
Raiders roll.
turrets.
You can count on me.
Fight this turret by itself.
What's the plan? Time to man up.
Well, so much for my
Break
Marines.
it down.
Just got the heroes now.
Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan.
And there's the objective.
Bark all day.
Does 16 damage. Okay.
Talk to me.
Jared, the Federation dropship incoming. At ease, gentlemen. What do we have here? The great beast of Statborough? Stalin. Major Stalin, Barksville has been pacified. Well done, I say. Other sectors further south are still in open revolt, though. Reports suggest the leader of these misguided workers was here. Any sign of him? No, sir. If he was here, he escaped. Won't be a problem. He won't get far. We have another matter for now. A landing bay north of here. The rebels are holding it. Command wants it used as a supply line. Are we to rest it? You are, Captain Harsh. Gunships are already waiting for the both of you. You have the comms now. Request drop pods as you see fit. Get it done. Aye, sir. You okay, Tyrion? Yeah, was hoping Command wouldn't send this bastard. You knew they had chosen him, didn't you? Yeah, brother, I did. A little heads up next time would be appreciated. You need to keep your head on the mission. I will. We'll discuss it later. Let's go secure that landing bay. Scanning heavy hitters in this area. Ready for this, Tyrion? Sure, these gunships are packing enough heat. Oh yeah, make it count. Spec Ops gunship. Okay, there's one here on each thing. Seeker missile. Info dump time. Major Eugene Starling, born on Talk 2. Starling comes from a family with a long legacy of military service, groomed from childhood into one day becoming a high-ranking officer. His path has been a troubled one, having served as captain of the ground forces of the battlecruiser Davy Jones during the Powering Wars. His incompetence led to the grave defeat of the first wave that invaded Paseo. Over 1,000 soldiers died needlessly, with Jared Harsh and Tyrion Striker almost among them. His progress through the hierarchic climb was halted for 8 years, even though he has managed to recently achieve the rank of Major. The hatred of many soldiers feel for him hasn't changed. That's just the dropship in the unit. Ability details. Gunships are advanced fighters to use against your enemy. Ability to switch between Gatling guns and rockets. Specialize your damage. You are advised to use cannons against Marines. The rockets should be used to eliminate structures. Don't take damage from glaives. Use Sigma missiles. Okay, after burn ability. Let's do it. So we've got to clear all 8 missile sites. Oh. Already taking damage from glaives. Just outrange him. That's fine. I mean, I know the guns are better than the missiles, but if the missiles outrange Marines, may as well use them when in situations where I can sit outside their range. Incoming Marines. Those Gatling guns are quite nice against them. Do I have to destroy the little point defense turret as well? Or is it just the missile? Oh no, we've got to kill everything. Let's do this. Those don't take burning damage, do they? Let's go back and hit it once. Clear. Seeker missile time. Get wrecked. Oh, I think didn't mean to go that far. into range. It's like came in on skateboards. Oh. Oh, they do have a lot of health though. Okay. Wrecked by a Seeker missile. Yeah, even though they're Terran structure, they don't take fire damage. Interesting. Okay. Site cleared. Moving on to the next one. Turrets to fight. Is that Goliath? Oh, there it is. And the Marine. Damage versus attacks twice. 50 damage. Not bad, not bad. Of course, reduced by structure damage. Oh, hello, Goliath. There you are. Have that present with compliments. Edged into range. They both edged into range that time. There we go. These turret locations aren't really a problem once you've killed all the ground units. Since the Halo rockets outrange all the structures. Position cleared. Dang it, I sent it off towards the Marine, not the Goliath. There we go. How much health are we looking at? That one's not looking great. And I've got another 2 sites to go after this one. And it feels like you can't avoid taking a little bit of damage from each side. I mean, you probably can if I played it perfectly. Use micro to kill the Marines with the rockets instead of just going all in with the cannons. And that requires more effort than I'm willing to put in at the moment. Feels like this section of the map has run a bit smoother, maybe. Because the transports flying overhead in the last map with the wind effects. That was causing most of my problems. Oh, hello Goliath. Some cooldown. Can we hit him from a distance and then wait for him to come back? Come back, Goliath. I'll just hit you again. Come back. Be friends with me. I'm gonna give you a present. It's called a Halo rocket. I swear it only hurts a little bit. Let's see if I can get those Marines. I almost lost that dropship. It's down to 300 hit points, 700 hit points on the other one. And that's another site cleared. Oh, no, wait, I've got to kill the auto turrets. These things are so annoying. They're not even that good, they're just flea bites most of the time. Let's have a look around the edge. Can I see a Goliath? I can seek a missile. Oh, multiple Goliaths at this base. Oh, this must be the actual depot. Okay, only 2 Goliaths. Let's make sure I keep the almost dead one in a better spot. That should be good once I deploy that Seeker Mine.
Your forces are under attack.
Didn't even realise if they were in range there. You're gonna come and attack it? Yeah, there we go. $209 hit points, 661 hit points. Yeah, plenty of spare health. Our scan is clean. You, brother, yours? Same, not for long. The rebels know the importance of this location. We need to secure the landing bay. We need refueling and rearming, captains. Best of luck. Roger. Mr. Line. Once more into the breach, dear friend. What do you make of this? Don't appreciate 3 fronts. Lots of covering positions, though. Think those shredder turrets are operational? They seem to be intact, but unpowered. We need a setup. Rebels can be here any minute. Okay.
You gonna give me orders?
What's up?
Put harsh on
I'm
the
a
right,
bad
strike on
man.
the
Been
left.
waiting on you.
Some
By
Marines.
the numbers, boys.
Holding the bay. The rebels will come from all directions. Activate the turrets. Use them. Harshes, drop pods, strikers, flashbangs. The turrets have defense matrix.
Armed
Okay.
and distant. Who wants some?
Send some
Been
Marines
waiting
that way.
on
Oh,
you.
time to turn the
You gonna
generators
give me
on.
Orders? Who wants some? By the numbers. Armed and ready. Orders received.
Talk to me.
squadron.
This better be
Stick
good.
in there. Stick
Armed
in there.
and ready.
Do they
What's
go?
the plan?
Oh, they auto switch to hold position. That's right. And
Break it down.
go on a drop out of Marines.
Who wants some? This better be good.
Sell
Oh,
me.
the hero's got a full heal. That's nice.
Been waiting on you. By the numbers, boys. Of course.
I'm treating each hero as 2 Marines, by the way, equivalent.
What's up?
Probably not accurate. They're probably the equivalent of 3 or 4 Marines.
You gonna bark all?
Let's go
Don't waste
flashbang.
my time.
Just info on the abilities. Flashbang, bio, stun.
Base is under attack.
We could use some help here.
Okay, it would let me cast it outside of his throw range, and because he's on his hold position, he won't move to throw it. Defense matrix, defense matrix,
Base
defense
is under
matrix.
attack.
Oh yeah, nice little countdown for the cool Marines.
Break it down. You can count on me.
Base is under attack.
We could use some help here. Been waiting on you. This better be good. Armed and ready. Who wants some?
Base is under attack.
Defense
By
matrices.
the numbers, boys.
Now just gotta hold for another 6.5 minutes.
Base is under attack.
We could use some help here.
I should probably activated that defense matrix a little too
Base
soon.
is under attack.
Oh, and it's only 100 shield. Okay. Thought the shield was better.
What's up?
Base is under attack.
We could use some help here.
Oh, that's why it's taking so much damage. The Goliath is sitting outside of the range of the Marines. Oh, speaking of
down.
Marines,
Base is under attack.
some Marines.
Gonna give me orders?
And we'll leave some back here
By the numbers, boys.
in defense. Okay, so there's breakthrough.
This better be good.
It's down a Marine and send a
We
replacement.
could use some help here. Been waiting on you. 10-4.
Okay, in position.
Base is under attack.
Lost a
Get your
turret.
head out of your six. What's in it for me? Who wants some?
Oh, let's see if I can
Don't
sneak
waste my
in
time.
another
You
Marine
gonna
on
give me orders? Don't provoke me.
this cover.
Armed
Yes,
and ready.
can.
We could use some help here.
Okay, 4 minutes to go.
Talk to me. Raiders roll.
Push
We could
tripod.
use some help here. By the numbers. You gonna give me orders?
Some
This better
fallback
be good.
lines like that.
Get the let out. We could use some help here.
Can't actually see the shredded turret stats because there's a Marine in them. Only in a top right. They do 25 damage. Weapon speed 1.25, not too bad.
Who wants some?
What's up?
Now, I'm gonna try to actually be good at micro and cycle
By the
injured
numbers,
Marines out
boys.
for fresh ones.
Sure. Been waiting on you. We could use some help here. This better be good.
The generators are melting, the turret's pushing them too hard.
We could use some help here.
Yeah, they won't last much longer.
We could use some help here. Armed and ready.
Sell
Good
me.
Marine drops off cooldown. Because definitely need some fresh marines there.
Move on, son. Been waiting on you.
See if we can fit another marine in
Come on,
there.
son.
Good
Sure.
going over there.
This better be good. We could use some help here.
Kill that Goliath. I love how has dropped the ball so hard because not only do these rebels have mechs, but they have 111 mechs. Or 1-1 mechs, I should say. And we've got no upgrades.
By the numbers, boys.
Oh,
Armed
lost the
and
turrets.
ready. We could use some help here. This better be good. Been waiting on you.
40 seconds to go.
What's the plan?
Another
Top
drop pod.
man.
We could use some help here. By the numbers. Armed and ready. Been waiting on you. This better be good. Move once. We could use some help here.
What's that barricade? 3, 2, 1. I
You
win.
gonna give me orders? We could use some help here.
Bastards just keep coming and coming. Well, they ain't taking this place, I'll tell you that. Bloody hell, I think they've given up. Guess so, they're retreating this side as well. Good, good. So we need to... Captain Harsh, Captain Striker, can you read us? Loud and clear, we're still alive and kicking. Approaching from your west side, Captain's relief is here. About time, people. This is not your usual ruffian rebellion. They are organized and obviously funded. Not our concern for now, Tyrion. We need to set up new turrets. Starling will probably... Right, the old mighty Major Starling. When were you planning on telling me that he was assigned to this little party of ours? Oh boy, here we go. Boom. Well, thanks for watching. I am going to fiddle with my Starcraft settings a little bit, see if we can get a smoother play, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.